There are some people that are going to be jealous of Shohei Ohtani and of the Dodgers. And no matter what they do, they're going to say it's unfair. So George Springer had a little combo with the umpire yesterday, and many people took it as him complaining to say that Ohtani was taking too long and getting extra time. Apparently, that was not the case. Ken Rosenthal did some homework on that, and he explained it at the top of fair territory. I think there are some people that feel as if Ohtani gets his own rules, but in this particular case, if we went back, 5 years ago to a National League pitcher needing a beat, we would have given it to him.
That's where it's fine. I mean, but you can't say they're completely innocent of a Shohei Ohtani getting rules. Like the Dodgers do get an extra pitcher, an extra player on their roster essentially because they can get an extra pitcher because of the Shohei Ohtani rule, which just the whole schematics of it doesn't really allow any other team to do it unless you get, I think the threshold's like 50 innings or 30 innings or something like that, which is really tough to accrue. So you're almost like hamstringing yourself until that moment if another team can do it. But look, if a guy's on the bases, we're so far removed from the DH not being in the National League anymore. Like if a pitcher's on base, you're not going to be like, hey, come on, time's up. Now, if he's not on base, yes, he has to abide by the same rules. But I think, you would always give that pitcher the extra time. Is Shohei pushing it a little bit? Hey, that's part of the whole competitive part. Like, is this fair or is this not fair?
Scott, can you explain to us the Shohei rule so everybody can understand? 'Cause for the listeners out there, some people are probably like, what are we talking about? Explain to them first, and then I'll get to my point if you don't mind.
No, I don't want to. I'm kidding. The Shohei Ohtani rule has to do with the fact that Shohei does not tax you on a pitcher count because he's designated as a two-way player. And what some people think is unfair is that it gives the Dodgers technically an extra pitcher to use. Anyone can use the Shohei rule. You just need a Shohei on your team. There happens to be no Shohei on your team. Kratz, what else do you want to add for my elementary example here?
No, it's perfect explanation, except the threshold was too much. I think Major League Baseball could relook at it if they're really interested in having guys that are two-way players. Teams could explore it. The Royals could explore it with Jack Caglione, but to amass 30 innings is going to be so tough. To me, I think there's a value there. I think there would be some kind of intrigue if Caglione can come in out of the, not bullpen, out of the outfield and throw 100 miles an hour from the left side. And he only needed to accrue maybe 10 innings. And then maybe that would be a little bit more feasible. But they essentially made it out of reach for everybody, which was probably their thought process so that teams wouldn't manipulate this.
Yeah, so my question about it's not about time. Like people, you're seeing Springer, you're seeing guys upset about how long he's taking. There's no rule against time, right?
No, there is a rule against time. There are clocks everywhere around our game, but Ohtani gets a longer clock because he's pitching. So
I was trying to get to.
Okay, sorry.
He gets more time. When it comes to him, he gets more time. So there's no rules for him because if he's on the base pass, he got to come in. He gets a little more time. I'm saying that right?
Yes. Yep.
Yes. So he gets more time, and players are getting frustrated. And ultimately, would I be that guy to getting frustrated? Yeah. When I played, I'd be like, hey, what are we doing here? And that's just part of the back and forth banter in baseball. And I don't think anybody should be getting frustrated over it. About it. I don't think anybody should be getting like, hey man, who do the Blue Jays think they are? Who do the Dodgers think they are? This is the back and forth battle between players, between staffs. And if I'm Shohei Ohtani and I want more, I'm going to take as much time as I can until I feel like I'm ready to go out there. Until an umpire comes on, hey, let's go here. You know what I'm saying? I will exude that all day, every day. And if I'm a player on the other side, I'm yelling at the umpire, hey, what are we doing here? So again, who's in the wrong? I don't think anybody's in the wrong. I just think, hey, that's the gamemanship of baseball. Like, listen, he might be tired, but get his behind up there. Let's go. I want a tired Shohei. instead of a guy that's enlightened and ready to rock. That's the only thing I got to say about that part.
And I don't think they need to put rules around it like, oh, he was running the bases, there's 2 outs. If there's less than 3 pitches to the next batter, then he needs a break. But I think there is some letting the umpires police this and being like, hey, we got to get this out here. But also, you're going to get a note from Major League Baseball if you rush the Shohei out to the mound and something happens to him. Last thing we ever want is injuries. But you can't cater to one player. So I think it's like what Todd said. It is gamesmanship on both sides. And if I'm Dave Roberts, I'm sticking up for my player no matter what. I don't even care if he doesn't hit at all in that inning or the last 2 innings. My guy can sit on. If I can use that and he needs that rest, he needs that time, absolutely. You take your time.
Shohei pitched well. The team ultimately lost. It was a comeback win for the Blue Jays. And Ohtani said that he wasn't feeling great on the mound. That makes you think, are the Dodgers worried? Are they going to try and slow play it even more than the once a week or so start? We do have Doc Roberts on. I do want to just sneak that in here real quick too.
You know what? I think just talking about the World Series, obviously they were a little frustrated about, how long Shohei takes, in between innings. But if he's on the bases, there's got to be some grace, which I think the umpires are trying to give him. But yeah, I mean, if you're on the other side, you're trying to rush him as much as possible and treat him like any other pitcher. But, the truth is that he's different. And so, but I understand their gripe.
Yeah, and for the Jays, they were able to snap a 6-game losing skid, so they'll take whatever. I mean, Vladdy Jr. was celebrating after the game, 2 hands up, like, gosh, we've had a week. Ohtani, this is the quote. If you're looking at it, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he was not pleased with his performance, despite the run prevention results looking pretty good. He said there was fatigue from consecutive games on the road. So take it for what it is. The only thing that I'm thinking about is, does Shohei Ohtani make enough starts to win a Cy Young Award? When you hear a post-game comment like that, and I feel like he's pretty straightforward, I'm concerned. I think there will be a point or two this season where the Dodgers try and ease off him even more so than they already are doing with the rest days. With all of that being said, I just think it's going to be difficult for him. I know that I said I think he has a chance, but Kratz, he's going to create, I think, quite a hole. Now, MVP, as long as he stays healthy, lock. That's an auto. We don't even really need to waste time on that. But Cy Young to me is interesting. That's a bucket list goal for him, but it's just going to be difficult as the age gets higher in number with the injury history where the Dodgers are as a team. They don't desperately need 30 starts out of him. They'll take 20.
Come on, Dodgers fans. Come on, Dodgers fans. Bring it on. He's not going to win a Cy Young, and that's okay. I'm not saying if he wants to, he could set his mind to it. He would have to eliminate something. He would have to eliminate the rest so that he's ready for the postseason. Not going to happen. He would have to eliminate the fact that the Dodgers could really care less if he wins a Cy Young. He would have to eliminate constantly hitting every single day because there is a wear and tear. Is that wear and tear different than other people? Absolutely. And we're talking about him going from like a number 1 to a Cy Young Award winner. We're not talking about him stop not hitting as much so that he can become a number 1. He's a legitimate number 1. He has the stuff to do it. The whole package will not allow him to be a Cy Young. That's okay. That is totally fine. I just don't see it happening because I don't think the Dodgers could care less if he wins a Cy Young or not. And so he won't get his starts. He won't get his strikeouts. He won't get his innings. He will get another MVP.
Let me ask you guys this question. Is it safe to say, and I'm hearing it from you, I think this is your answer, but if he doesn't get a certain amount of starts, is he still the automatic MVP?
Yes.
Yes.
1,000,000,000%.
You think so?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think
what's the threshold?
I don't think it's a lock. I don't think it's a lock if he's not getting all those starts, in my opinion. I'm not saying he won't, but I don't think it's a lock. If he's not a two-way player and he's just hitting all of a sudden and not throwing as much. My opinion.
You have to tell me what type of season. I don't even care what player. What type of season is going to take a guy that, let's say he only makes 15 starts. He's going to make way more than 15 starts.
Sure.
Is going to take Shohei Ohtani's MVP award away from him because he's going to hit. He's going to hit. He's shown that. He did it as a DH. How many DHs have ever won an MVP? Like, I think 2.
Okay.
Before that. No, that is his award. Everyone else is playing for second place.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying you're wrong. And I agree with you 100%. Kyle Schwarber goes off and gets 50 and 130.
Nope.
I'm just telling you. We got guys that could do that. And I'm only saying this if he doesn't all of a sudden they like, oh, we're not going to throw him for a month or 2 and let it go, and all of a sudden. And he, I'm not saying he won't, but I'm saying there's guys out there that can all of a sudden take off and be right there where he is, but nobody's on his level. Remember that. I don't want people coming at me. Nobody's on his level. I get it. But if he's not a two-way player the whole time, then there's other options that very much might have an opportunity.
If they give him a month off and he ends up with 19 starts, he's still winning it. The differential that would have to be created with his overall hitting and pitching stats versus anybody else is so drastic. You basically need and you need an all-around player. I mean, no knock on Schwarber. He's just a DH. So that was an easy one for him last year, but you need like a Judge or a Witt to even give it a shot. And then you need Shohei's number of starts to be pretty low because he's going to perform. I mean, he's got a 00 ERA right now or a 000 ERA.
What happens if he doesn't, all of a sudden they look back now, they go back home and whatever, like, hey man, let's ease up on the throne. We're not going to throw you here. We'll wait to the All-Star. But just for say, he's just a hitter now. Is it still a lock?
Yes, still a lock. Because then his hitting is just going to increase. I see his hitting go down a little bit, but he's unlocked some different levels with his hitting in the last few years when he hasn't been – the 1 year where he didn't pitch. And then last year he came back. I think he made 18 starts. He was coming back and rehabbing through that. So he was still doing other things. If he takes a month off of pitching, 2 months off of pitching, he's still going to hit. And I think it'll elevate his hitting. And then he's going to come back in the second half and make 10 to 12 starts. Obviously, this is all hypothetical. Nobody's catching him. To me, you're going to have like a Ronald Acuna or a Corbin Carroll that could go, 50-50 type of season. And then Shohei only having 30 homers and 12 starts, I think may still catch him. Like that's how much of a difference there is when you're pitching, when you're starting. It's not like he's just coming in out of the bullpen getting a save or something, which would still be crazy. This dude is otherworldly. So when Major League Baseball players vote for the best player in the game, I'll say it again. You guys are idiots. Idiots.